The mid-engine placement could be considered the original layout for automobiles, first implemented all the way back in 1901. Nowadays, though, only selected sports and supercars reap the benefits of better weight distribution, more traction, balanced handling, and superior braking. In this episode of Automotive Territory Daily News, we'll review the latest arrivals within this class to determine whether mid-mounted power mill is the ultimate feature of a true performance auto. So subscribe to our channel to stay informed about the news within the auto industry, and let's start the engines. Chevrolet Corvette Stingray C8. If you still remember it, the first mention of the new mid-engine vet surfaced back in 2016, and the hype for the model has been built up ever since. The final design was released as a 2020 Corvette C8, keeping the iconic Stingray moniker alive for another generation. The newcomer is powered by an enormous LT2 6.2-liter V8 that yields 495 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque when enhanced by the C51 performance exhaust. The might is channeled to the rear wheels via an 8-speed dual clutch by Tremec with no manual transmission options. The C8 is the first Corvette to abandon the leaf springs. Instead, it supports all four corners on coil springs between control arms. As per Chevy, those Vets equipped with the C51 package can get to 60 mph within 2.8 seconds, and this affordable supercar will top off at 190 mph speed. McLaren GT. Designed to tempt you to drive across the continent yourself, the 2020 McLaren GT is a new word in the story of Gran Turismo. At 15 feet long, this baby speedtail is spacious and comfortable, with rear and front trunks offering enough cargo room to fit 2 suitcases and even 2 pairs of skis or a golf bag. Inside it is ready to win you over with cashmere or soft grain leather upholstery options, a 12.3-inch instrument cluster, and a state-of-the-art infotainment with HURACAN navigation. In addition to being a true Gran Turismo car, the 2020 McLaren GT also offers superior supercar performance. Powered by a newly developed 620 horsepower 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, the model easily hits the 203 mph top speed, and its 0 to 60 time is just 3.1 seconds. Audi R8 LMS GT2. This is the fourth racer in Audi's range that joins the existing GT3, GT4 and RS3 cars. Moreover, it is now available to the wide public to buy. This new Audi is designed to compete in the GT2 racing category that will be launching in 2020. It extensively uses carbon fiber and gets lightened wishbones and new suspension geometry, resulting in a dry weight of 2,976 pounds. The R8 LMS GT2 is brought into motion by a 5.2-liter naturally aspirated V10 that, following the new regulations, packs more power than all the before-mentioned models. It delivers 640 horses, allowing for the power-to-weight ratio of 473 horses per ton, and making the new LMS GT2 the most powerful car in the 11-year-long history of Audi's customer racing program. Ferrari F8 TRIBUTO. Though many expected the replacement for the 488 GTB to ride on the newly developed hybrid architecture, Ferrari decided otherwise. The F8 TRIBUTO is basically an improved version of the old car that pays tribute to the brand's most powerful V8 engine. With 710 horses, the 2020 F8 can deliver 0 to 60 acceleration in 2.9 seconds and has a maximum speed of 211 mph. In addition, the car boasts a revised silhouette that improves its aerodynamics by 10% and drops almost 90 pounds. The TRIBUTO also offers more comfort to its passengers. Its cabin is completely redesigned. There is a smaller diameter steering wheel, while the infotainment does not grow in screen size, but gets a revamped user interface. By the way, if you have any topics in mind that you would like us to cover, feel free to leave the suggestions in the comments below the video. Plus, do not hesitate to watch other episodes by clicking the icons on the screen, Let's keep going. Ford GT Mk2. The new generation Ford GT was one of the biggest highlights of the 2016 for the entire automotive world, and the next step on the path of this car that is taking place in 2020 generates as much media buzz. This time, Ford worked with Multimatic to develop the Mark II, a 45 units limited edition model. When developing this iteration of the GT, engineers weren't restricted by any racing regulations or requirements for the balance of performance. That is why the exterior was significantly updated, receiving a double anti-wing, bigger front splitter, and massive rear diffuser. As a result, the auto shed 300 pounds in comparison with the street-legal version and improved its downforce by 400%. Receiving the 3.5-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost V6 engine, the Super Coupe now generates 700-plus horsepower, and it's officially the most powerful Ford GT in existence. Aston Martin Vanquish Vision Concept. The Vision concept was unveiled at the 2019 Geneva Motor Show as the first Aston Martin's mid-engine series production car. Scheduled for the delivery in 2022, the model received the iconic Vanquish name, so it's clearly meant to become one of the Aston Martin's flagships. Designed in a pursuit of achieving minimal weight and maximum aerodynamic efficiency, the Vanquish Vision features a clamshell front fender, carbon fiber body, and bespoke bonded aluminum chassis. Despite the car's clear resemblance to Valkyrie and Valhalla, it has, as Aston Martin puts it, a more seductive and less technical appearance. The Vanquish Vision is brought into motion by a twin-turbo V6 that is also present in the latter newcomer. Aston Martin Valhalla. For the third mid-engine hypercar in its stables, it was previously codenamed Project AMRB003, Aston Martin once again borrows a name from the Norse mythology. Jokingly labeled the son of Valkyrie, the new hybrid carries the moniker Valhalla, which is a magical place where all the warriors go after their heroic death. The model is currently being developed in cooperation with Red Bull Racing Formula One to make sure its performance exceeds all expectations. The car's exterior design is sleek and simple, and its body is made almost entirely from carbon fiber. The performance characteristics and powertrain details of the Valhalla remain undisclosed, but it was announced to get an all-new hybrid turbo V6 engine of the brand's own making. The model will be produced in the coupe version, and the manufacturing will be limited to 500 units worldwide. Lamborghini Huracan Evo. The Evo represents a mid-cycle update for the Huracan, featuring a new bumper with a front splitter and an integrated rear wing. It also rides on new wheels, has optimized air intakes, and improved underbody. Despite very futuristic and sharp looks, when it comes to engine tech, the Evo is pretty old school. As usual, Lambo prefers to avoid turbocharging the engine, so this Huracan continues with a 5.2-liter naturally aspirated V10 that is borrowed from the Performante. This engine produces 640 horsepower and 442 pound-feet of torque, pushing the car to 60 mph in 2.9 seconds. It comes coupled with a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox, all-wheel drive system, and a limited-slip differential. Plus, if you're a fan of open-top driving, this beauty exists in a convertible iteration called Huracan Evo Spider. Apollo INTENSA EMOZIONE. This is the first car produced by the German Apollo Automobile since their previous build, Gumpert Apollo, went in production in 2005. Developed in cooperation with the race car manufacturer HUAG, the INTENSA EMOZIONE, or IE, is constructed almost entirely from carbon fiber, with limited use of titanium, high-strength steel, and aluminum components. As a result, its chassis weighs just 230 pounds, while the entire car tips the scales at 2,755 pounds. It is brought into motion by a 780 horsepower strong naturally aspirated 6.3-liter V12, making 560 pound-feet of torque. The mill is mid-mounted and linked to a 6-speed Hewland gearbox driving the rear wheels. With this setup, the IE is capable of sprinting from 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds and accelerating to the maximum speed of 208 mph. Do you agree that mid-engine placement is the gold standard for true performance automobiles? By the way, what supercars would you like to see with a mid-mounted layout? Tell us in the comment section. Do watch other episodes of Automotive Territory Daily News by clicking the icons on the screen. Subscribe to our channel to help us grow, like this episode, and come back soon.